Hey, welcome everybody. I am just coming to you today on July 22nd, 2021. We are experiencing some major energy shifts, some feelings of uncharted or unfamiliar energy. And so I just wanted to come on today and share with you guys some of the things that I'm feeling, because I know that I'm not the only one. And so I'm noticing as we're building into this full moon in Aquarius, which I will do a Sabian symbol, even though it's a little bit later than I would like for it to get put up. I'm finding the synchronicity very significant right now. So some of the things that you may be feeling are just this unsettled feeling, like you don't know which step to take forward next, or you're not really being able to tap into your psychic and intuitive outlooks for a future, so to speak. So just realize that we are in an energy that's uncharted, very unfamiliar. I'm here to also remind you that you're not losing your shit. This energy that we are experiencing right now is really wanting us to focus on the presence, to bring back our intellect, to not be planning or sorting out things of the past or the future, and really wanting us to stay present in the heart, to be able to float, to be able to flow through the energies that are so shifting and changing right now. So I did put some notes down on what I've been experiencing, and I was called to come on and share because I know, like I said, I'm not the only one that's experiencing these really unfamiliar energies. And so many of you may be finding, like myself, that even though you're not doing a whole lot of things in the physical, that you are exhausted. Exhaustion is one of the biggest things coming up right now. And so really pay attention to your body, rest when you need to. Hopefully you can. I'm kind of going to mark some of these off so I don't forget to cover any of them. And another thing is that some of you, I'm sure, are experiencing this as well as myself, of waking up in the middle of the night, interrupted sleep between 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, a lot of feeling like spirits knocking on the door, waking you up in the middle of the night. So try to look at it as a perspective of, okay, I'll get up out of bed and sit in stillness and see maybe what's coming through. Another thing I'm noticing is that spirit's always with us, but we have more of an awareness right now of spirit being with us, catching movement out of your peripheral vision, feeling a presence of a loved one that's transitioned, really with you in your presence, even maybe waking up and seeing movement in your room or whatever. I've been noticing a lot of peripheral vision movement in spirit, and I don't get startled. I just say thank you. For me personally, my son in spirit has been very present with me. In fact, I was talking to him in my mind's eye a lot lately because I've been feeling a lot of deep grief. And one of the things is keep showing me the signs and keep encouraging me from the spirit realm. And yesterday I had a dragonfly land right directly on me and just stayed on me. And seeing 9:17 on the clocks a lot, which is the day that he transitioned back into the spirit realm fully and left his physical meat suit, his body. And so I've been getting that. A lot of us are experiencing the synchronicities on the clock again. 11:11, 12:12, 10:10, whatever it is for you, 3:33. Just know that spirit we're in this. Okay, the dimensions are all right here within us, but a lot of us are waking up consciously to have the awareness. And so those synchronicities, whatever they are for you, are showing up again. So remind yourself to give thanks to Spirit for supporting you, for guiding you, and encouraging you as we in the earth plane, right, are going through so many changes and unexpected shifts and a lot of erratic energy. So give thanks when you're getting those signs from the spiritual realm that's right here with us all the time. Strange sleep patterns, I already covered that. So, you know, you could be finding yourself going to sleep at night, really ready to rest, and then all of a sudden you're up again. I know it happened for me. Like I said, waking up quite often between the times of 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. And so just roll with it. Try not to have a negative, you know, like, oh, I can't sleep. No, spirit's knocking. And a lot of times when we're in that rest mode, you know, they come knocking when our monkey minds and our ego minds are in sleep, so they can get through to us through the heart space. I'm finding, and I'm sure many of you will relate to, that extreme shifts in energy, like a little bit of an issue regulating your body temperature. One minute you're really, you know, getting chills and even your hair standing up on your arms, which is another sign of spirit. And then feeling like next minute that you're really too hot, even causing nausea sometimes. And so just realize that we're just integrating and shifting through so much. I covered this already, seeing things in your peripheral vision. This can come through to different people. I'm personally seeing the movement out of my peripheral vision. Another thing I noticed the other night was I felt like somebody was just tapping on me. And so at first I went like this, thinking like maybe a fly landed on my head or whatever. And there was nothing there other than spirit. Personally, for me, one of my guides is my son in spirit. And so I felt the presence of him after that. And then right immediately after that, my scalp itched. So I was just like itching my head. Also a sign of integrating, you know, these higher frequencies that we are all managing and shifting through. So focus on breath and presence as much as possible. Another thing I'm finding is purging. Our bodies are purging not only our old identities if you're on your path, but our bodies are also purging density. So you could be having mucus come up. To get that out, don't swallow it, get it out, spit it out, blow it out, whatever that is for you. Purging of tears. A lot of us have been experiencing this deep feeling of grief. And if you really can't pinpoint it, that's okay as well. Just understand it's another, you know, it's another gift of purging tears and deep emotions. And I feel like on a deeper level, a lot of us are just shedding our old identities. We're shedding old soul contracts even. And so another thing I'm also noticing is with the purging of the density of the body, that experiencing a lot of either constipation, which means you have blocks there and need to do physical action by getting more fiber and more water in your diet, but then also shifting, going, oh my God, I've had a bowel movement like 8 times today. So I'm not a medical advice person. I'm not a physician, but I'm here to share my symptoms of integration and what our dense bodies are really just going through. So a lot of purging, not only with emotions, but also through the physical, like I said, through tears, through mucus, through bowel movements, through possibly even urination for you. So keep that in mind. And with that being said, pay attention to your body, what it's showing you, what it's telling you. Do things to integrate and allow for this purge to take place. So emotional comfort, feeling this really strong need to find emotional comfort, and or your appetite changing and shifting, and things that used to be very, very good to you just do not appease to you anymore. So pay attention to what those trying to find emotional comfort. Bring it into your awareness if you are doing emotional eating for comfort. One of the other signs that I'm noticing is really scattered thinking. like one of those squirrel moments, like you're a dog that sees a squirrel and you're all of a sudden you're on one path and doing something in your physical life on your day-to-day, and then all of a sudden you're on to something else. So very scattered thinking, intellect. That's just another reminder to just stay present and to go with the flow, and to not beat yourself up if you're feeling and experiencing those things as well right now. So here's another one too. I did write on there briefly signs. Like I said, a lot of signs showing up for me. Dragonfly landing on me and not leaving. That's definitely my son. It's been my son in spirit since day one when he left his body. Synchronicities on the clock. Feeling a presence of your loved ones in the spirit realm very close to you. It's really in an awareness time right now that you're feeling them, because they're always with us. But right now you could be having this super sensitivity to the awareness of whether you're seeing the movement or whatever those signs might be for you. Another thing I'm really finding that was very uncomfortable at first was a feeling of just this undercurrent of feeling like you're lost. Maybe some of us, like myself, you know, you're on this path. This YouTube channel for me is one of them, and I was beating myself up for not getting on here and sharing as much as I have been, was in the past. And so trying to just realize to be okay with that, to understand that that feeling of being lost is because we are dropping old ego identity. We're dropping perhaps even old personality type archetypes within us that don't resonate for the new version of ourselves in each present moment. So just have that understanding within you that you could be having those feelings of feeling lost, to not beat yourself up, and that we're really in this transformational energy right now of purging and letting go of so many old ways and old people and old identities that we're just in this limbo. And it's, again, all of it leading back to presence and drawing our energy back into each present moment. And God knows I'm a work in progress with that, being an analytical type of sun sign Virgo. So your body speaking, or the extent of density. So what I meant by this when I jotted the note down was our bodies are feeling the density more than ever. So that's where I feel the purging of tears and bowel movements and mucus and all of that stuff is coming up. If this resonates with you, that's probably true for you. Again, I'm not replacing medical advice. So another thing is, while we're going through all of these adjustments, I feel that's the reason that we are purging, because we're purging the physical body, we're purging the emotional body, and we're starting to become more of our awareness in our light bodies. So just pay attention to that. Oh, this one's huge. This one is huge, you guys. Instant answers from spirit, from God, creator, your loved ones, when asking spirit questions. So this one is huge for me, and it blew me away today. So not only because I was feeling a deep grief, I asked my son in spirit to show me his presence. He has, through many ways. Dates through time on the clock, the dragonfly, a strong feeling of support again. But last night, I was scheduled to go for a massage today. And last night I asked God, show me what I need to do, because of the concern of those that are accepting the jabs right now. I was concerned about going and having somebody lay their healing hands on me, because that person's also probably massage therapy and people who have accepted the jab. And I was concerned about the shutting. Last night in my prayers, where I'm just, it ain't a prayer of an God outside of me, it's me communicating with God, spirit, show me if I need to cancel my massage appointment. I woke up this morning did my normal, what I do when I get up, checked my phone, and my massage therapist had to cancel my appointment. Boom. My ego, my personality got pissy. I instantly drew myself into my heart and said, no, you asked if you should cancel your appointment. She did it for you. God gave me the answer through her sending me a text and saying she needed to cancel my appointment this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I went into gratitude after my ego, my personality got pissy, right? Because I was looking forward to a massage. No, you received the answers that you were asking Spirit through your prayers last night. So keep yourself in check with that. Don't ignore it. Very powerful right now. Spirit is answering our calls almost instantly. That's cool. So holding myself accountable is, oh, you got pissy about it. Really? You got pissy? Your personality got pissy about it, when in all actuality, Spirit was just answering my call. So pay attention to that. Again, I mentioned this briefly about shift in soul contracts, and that could bring up, these cycles that we all kept incarnating with maybe karma, with family, friends, people in your immediate surroundings, even on the collective, ending, and that can be bringing up a feeling of feeling lost within yourself. Reel your energy back into the present moment. Trust the process. Here we go. No vision of what is next or in the future. I kind of briefly touched on that. So again, it's just this feeling of emptiness and maybe feelings of feeling lost. When you feel that, just call yourself back into the presence, each present moment. And gal, you know what? I'm a work in progress with that. So, okay, the need to keep bringing yourself back to the presence. And that was the last thing I put on my notes. Other than, this is a huge one. If you have pets, you are probably most likely, like myself, seeing them respond to the energy shift that we're in right now as well. If it is a domestic pet, like many that I have, they are here with us for comfort. And when they feel the energy, we feel the energy. They know the presence of Spirit when the Spirit is right here. Spirit's always here, but when we're more aware and conscious of it, they know as well. And so I noticed my dog was wanting to be next to me. In fact, she was whining last night, and I just comforted her, even though she's comforting me. Ruled out any feelings of discomfort that she may have been feeling in her body. And then my felines, my beautiful cats, which are very connected to all realms, and they see the auras just like a dog or whatever does of Spirit, they've been acting a little peculiar as well. So pay attention to your pets. As far as wildlife, watching them in my yard, build it and they will come. I turned my dwelling into a wildlife sanctuary, which is a no-kill zone, where I have many deer, turkeys, rabbits, you name it, that are part of my family, part of my tribe. And so noticing their energy, they are just, not fearing me. Their instinct to fear, that natural God-given instinct to fear, I'm getting closer and closer physically to the wildlife and the animals. In fact, I just said to one of the rabbits yesterday, listen, my energy is good, so you just sit there and run, but you're a sitting duck for a predator, right? So funny, so in tune. Another thing too is the trees, the greenery, all things of Gaia are really, if you are aware of it and you pay attention to it, everybody's feeling this energy, right? Because our bodies are part of the earth. We're all spirit. The energy of Gaia is spirit. You're noticing a lot of erratic weather patterns and purging also with Gaia and nature. And so keep all of that in mind, because we are all one. So if you're feeling, the feelings of nausea, I made myself some peppermint tea with some chocolate peppermint that I grew myself today to calm me down, because I am not, trying to be personal, but this is happening not just with me. I've been in on the toilet purging a lot today. So go ahead and make sure that we focus on the presence. And in order for us to evolve and keep shifting through all these changes, we have to make sure we're present in our body. And I know it is tough with humans right now on the planet, as we are all witnessing such a purge going on and shifting in energy, that it can become so intense and easy to, you know, check out right now. So make sure you're drawing yourself back in and taking physical action when needed to assist yourself to flow through these energies and have the energy to work with us, not against us. The 11th house, friends. So the 11th house is known to be Aquarius, although it don't have to be in your house, but it's affiliated with that, and that's our social circles. That's our friends. Relationships are coming up huge right now because a lot of us are shifting and changing if you're in your awareness and you're not resonating with people that you may have not, you know, that you've always known even. And that's where the soul contracts coming in is, it's just this feeling of lost because we're shedding and purging. So it's also important not only with bringing into your awareness some of the relationships that you may have to send off with love that don't work for you anymore, but also to make sure you're connecting and socializing and communicating with others. And this is huge because this is the representative Aquarius, which we have this full moon coming up tomorrow, depending on where you are, on the 25th, which I will do another video briefly on the full moon Sabian symbol. And this Aquarian energy is huge because it's our authenticity. It's wanting to bring our best versions of ourselves, our revamped, our renewed versions of ourselves forward at this time for the collective, right? The 11th and the Aquarian energy is about the collective. It's the water bear. And so as we do and heal our own shadows and keep ourselves in awareness, we also rise in the collective. And this is the time for you to be a leader in your authenticity at this time, to not be a follower, and to make sure that you keep yourself in check with that at all times. Another thing that's huge right now is Jupiter is in retrograde, going back into the sign of Aquarius. What is this? Is this for the full moon? I did pull the full moon up. So at the time of this full moon, Jupiter will be at 0 degrees of Pisces before it goes back into the energy of Aquarius. Anytime a planet is at those 0 to about 5 degrees, it's most powerful. So an expansion, an optimism in your social circles, just a very upright position within yourself of knowing your authentic self and your authentic version, because many of us, unintentionally or not, have worn masks, whether it be cultural, whether it be family, you name it. And so we're really shedding and purging. Again, that can bring up the energy of that feeling lost. So in that 0 point, which Jupiter will be 0 degrees of Pisces, heading back into Aquarius where the full moon is taking place, at that 0 point, it's important for us to heed the opportunity right in the present moment, right? Reflect upon your authenticity. Reflect upon and give yourself a little bit of credit for all of the energy that we've so intensely been working through, right? Especially after that conjunction that took place in December of 2020 with Jupiter Saturn. So let's just pull one more Cryon, the energetic master himself. The energetics that we are to go along with this energy share today. I just really wanted to come on because I know for a fact it's not just me that are feeling and experiencing these things. And for me, I find great comfort knowing, I've always known this, but when I see the synchronicities and the signs from specifically my sun in spirit, it brings me great comfort. And again, we're just moving out of the sun in Cancer, where it's been deep and emotional and a lot of tears and purgings, right? Being shed, feeling the need of nurturing. Oh, speaking of that, The sun entered Leo this morning. So we're now in this fiery heart, courageous, at 10:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for my area. Adjust to where you are. And then we have this, I believe it's the first of 2 full moons in Aquarius. And that's crazy to me. I haven't really researched into that yet. So the sun has now moved into fire. Your light helps. Wow. So again, this goes along great and amazing. It doesn't matter what you do, your light helps this planet, not your works. Your search for who you are helps this planet. So again, back into that energy of Aquarius, of authenticity. When you step into your authenticity and shed these layers of purging old identities of who was telling you who to be into who you are, authenticity, your light shines, your light helps this planet. I love this channeling and message. Since it speaks to the process that is not obvious but beautiful, let me rephrase what Cryon has said. The process of searching for truth within your life. Create a light that actually is beneficial for the entire planet. In a very linear world, there is nothing gained by your study until you apply it. However, here you are looking at a very multi-dimensional rule. Just the act of trying to find truth creates some kind of energy that goes right into the planet, others around you, the essence of your own body. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink of water. It's true. It's so true. When your light starts shining in your authenticity and you start being that seeker within, it was built into us. And then all of a sudden, if you're triggered to wake up, you start seeking your true identity. Wow. Let me read that part. Just the act of trying to find the truth creates some kind of energy that goes right into the planet, others around you, the essence of your own body. Have you ever been excited when you are reading things that are uplifting? That energy is created and soars to other places. You created it. I love the whole idea of this, and it makes me want to learn even more about the love of God. Pulling this card is a very strong reminder that you are doing exactly what Cryon says enhances the planet. More, you are searching for light. I invite you to ponder this idea as you study more and learn more how incredible the processes of the Creator work for all of us. So that is beautiful, and it's so very true. When you get on that path, you shed the layers, having the feelings of, you know, I'm a little lost. It's important for you to not only remind yourself and give yourself some credit for the work that you've done or undone the programming within yourself, because it can be intense when you become super aware and super in tune empathetically with everything, because we're all connected. You got to give yourself some credit for that. So that could be bringing up a lot of the exhaustion as well. And to the importance, again, reminder of having strong, uplifting social circles is important. So important right now. Not karmic soul contracts, but authentic, where you can be your true self and interact with others. So I just wanted to briefly share today what is the current energies that we're all experiencing. Let me know in the comments the things that you resonated with, anything that's additional to what I didn't or left out today. And I send this to you guys with so much love. Shalom.